If you are in need of Ultimate Team coins, check out IGXE.com in the description below, and if you use the code TRAY at checkout, you'll get yourself 5% off. What is up, guys? TRayALLDay here, and welcome to episode number 69.5 of my Fulham career mode. Now, I say 0.5 because this isn't exactly going to be a full episode with games and highlights, etc., etc. This is just going to be an episode where we go over my short list, and you guys are going to decide for me who I should bring in this window. Obviously, I want to keep you guys as much involved in this series as I possibly can, especially due to the fact that this is going to be the last transfer window we have here at Fulham for at least a few seasons, due to the fact that we're starting a new career mode after this season ends. We'll come back to this one eventually, of course, but I want to keep you guys involved in the series as much as possible, as always. But anyway, I just kind of recorded what would have been 69.5, but the episode would have been around 17 minutes long, which was a bit too long for me. And basically what I did is I went over my short list and eliminated some players from your guys' point of view that you guys wanted me to bring in, and some players that I suggested for myself, and I went through and basically gave the reason why I wouldn't be going for those players and deleted them from the shortlist. So instead of having a really long video where I just eliminate people from the shortlist, I decided to keep it short and sweet and to the point for you guys and show you the shortlist I came up with that has your players in it and some of my players in it for you guys to decide upon in the comment section. So if you missed the last episode, I did indeed get some money from the board. It was only 40,000 that we could obviously attribute to the wage budget in order to offer Haidara a new contract, because he was complaining a bit that he wasn't getting a new contract. It's unlikely he'll accept it, but hey, we gotta try it anyway. We got 40,000 on the budget as well now. And another thing I need to show you guys, since obviously I just said I recorded that episode, which is a bit too long, I did go over one transfer that is likely gonna happen. It is Nicholas Nkulu. He did get an offer straight away right when we started the transfer window from Manchester City. They sent an offer worth 15.5 to us when he's worth 17.5. Due to the fact that they have a lot of money, I figured, you know, I might as well offer them 25.5, not 25, I think it was 24 is what I counter offered with. But it looks like if you look at the bottom, you can see that they offered him a wage of 190,000 and a contract length of 4 years. Interesting. So it looks like they may have accepted that. Not too sure yet. If they did, I'll take the money and obviously splash away at a new goalkeeper and a striker. So let's take a look at my short list and the players I came up with. So obviously, you guys left a ton of suggestions. I can't thank you guys enough for the amounts of comments you guys left in the last few videos of players I should bring in, and I put them all into a short list. I went through and deleted the ones I didn't like, and I left a few that you guys liked. You guys left all of the suggestions on the goalkeepers. I didn't come up with any myself, so all 4 goalkeepers you're seeing right here, you guys came up with in the comment section. First off, we got Jack Butland, who I'm pretty sure is starting for Stoke in this career mode. 24 years of age, 6'5". What more can you ask for? This guy can grow to be much, much better as well. My only downside on him is I'm not sure he's going to be that highly rated at this point. He may be around like 75, 76 rated. Not too sure. Either way, it is an improvement over Palnardi. Next, we got Geronimo Rulli. He's kind of my choice for the player I want to bring in, because I'm almost certain he'll be around 80 overall. 6'2", 25 years of age, still has a bit of room to grow. We got Timo Horn as well, 24 years of age, 6'4". Really, that basically says it all. Same with Jack Butland. I'm not sure he's the highest rated yet, but we will see. We got Jan Oblak as well. Again, another player I would kind of like. He's kind of my second choice behind Geronimo Rulli, because I'm almost certain as well that he's probably around the 80 mark, and due to the fact that, Manchester City, Atletico Madrid have another keeper in Moya, we could probably get him for a bit cheap as well. So Rulli and Oblak are kind of my choice for a keeper, but you guys will have to let me know out of those 4 which keeper you want to see in the comment section. Next up, these are going to be players that can play left forward, right forward, and or striker, because if we bring in a left forward or a right forward, we can move N-Step up to striker, which of course I wouldn't mind whatsoever. He's played there a few times for us, and I completely have confidence in him playing at that position. So first off, we got Sofiane Feghouli, who has grown to an 85 overall player, can play right mid. He's 28 years of age, which of course only grants him a few more seasons left of that capability, but he is 18.5 valuation, has an 18.5 valuation. I'm not know what I'm saying right now. 85 overall, so he could be a decent player for us to bring in at that position. The only other option for a left forward / right forward player is Valentin Stocker. Again, 28 years of age, but he is very, very well rounded. I mean, look at those stats. The only stats you can see that are in between a red and an orange are marking and slide tackling, which honestly you don't need that much. He's very, very well well-rounded and a player that I would love to have in this team. Next up, we got Paulo Dybala. He's worth 15 million, at least that's what they said. Excuse me, when they came out with an inquiry. So that is what he is worth. I'm not sure what any of his attributes are, but obviously, having looked at his stats on like FIFA and whatnot, he could be a pretty decent player for us. Next up, we got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, you probably saw that name in the shortlist itself, and you're probably thinking, you're crazy, there's no way you're going to be able to afford him, but 36 years of age, obviously his valuation is going to be a bit lower at only 3.7. I think it would be kind of worth it to bring him in for that price and just have him here for a few seasons. Obviously, his wage is going to be a bit insane at 150,000 on the wage budget, but his value at only 3.7 really isn't too high, and we'll be getting a very, very, very capable player in that striker position for at least the rest of the season and maybe another season after that before he decides to hang up his boots. But again, another player you guys will have to vote on. Next up, we got Luciano Vietto. Now, if you missed my Lyon career mode last year in FIFA 14, not the one I did this year, I signed Vietto because he was kind of one of my favorite players in FIFA 14 that no one really knew about. Now, in this FIFA, it's kind of the exact opposite. Everyone is jumping on the Vietto bandwagon. He's basically everyone's go-to silver player in Ultimate Team. He's also one of the go-to players to sign in career mode. So you guys know that I kind of like to stay away from the most, sought-after career mode players. I like to stay away and sign my own kind of potential wonder kids such as NTEP. But Vietto, I wouldn't mind splashing out for because I love Vietto. I loved him last year in FIFA 14, so I would like to rekindle that love in FIFA 14. You guys have the option to vote for him. Next up, we got Ciro Immobile, one of the players I suggested myself, worth 15.5 million, which you'd be thinking is a lot, but he's 27 years of age, still has a few decent years left, and on top of that, he is transfer listed, so we can in fact probably get him for cheaper than 15, which would honestly be a steal. You can see he does have 82 to 92 attack positioning, he's got 79 to 89 finishing. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous, and I think he could be a monster for us up front. My only worry is that he'll end up being another Paco Alcacer, kind of only one-dimensional, doesn't have much skill, and can only finish, which obviously isn't bad for a striker, but it hasn't worked so far with Alcacer, so I'm a bit worried about doing that, but we will see. Next up, we got Alexandr Kokorin, another player that I think is really, like, what's the word I'm looking for here, like, people don't really look for him in like career mode or ultimate team, but he has some very, very good stats, and honestly, I wouldn't mind bringing him in as well. Look at that dribbling, that finishing, it's absolutely insane, so I wouldn't mind bringing him in. Plays for Everton right now. Obviously, in real life, he plays for, I believe it's Dynamo Moscow, but again, another player you guys have to choose from. And last but not least, we have Pedro. Now, he's 30 years of age, but again, with Zlatan, we could have him for a few more seasons and could still be producing pretty high-quality stuff for us. Obviously, 84 dribbling, 85 ball control. That ball's just going to be glued to his feet, and 84 overall. Could play that left forward position and have NTEP up front at striker. Wouldn't mind that whatsoever. So these are the following players you guys had to vote upon in the comment section. Try to keep this video as short as possible for you guys to vote on which players you want to see me bring in. Again, if I had to choose, I'd probably choose Rulli and Oblak as my goalkeepers to choose upon. If I had to choose a striker, it would probably be Luciano Vietto or Immobile, maybe Pedro as well, but those would probably be my three that I'd pick between the strikers, and then Oblak and Rulli would probably be the two I would choose if I was picking a goalkeeper out of those goalkeepers. But I will go with what you guys suggest in the comment section, so please leave those down below. I will take a look at them and upload the video where we decide who we're going to be going for tomorrow. So if you're looking forward to that, please leave a like on the video. I've been TRayALLDay, and I'll see you guys next time.